Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is August 29th, 2025. Yes, the month is almost over. Can you believe it? It's been just a crazy busy month. It's been a really long month and a really short month all at the same time. You know, it's interesting that in the lives that we live, we can experience seemingly opposites of the same thing and have it happening all at the same time. The idea that you have a position of authority and a position of servanthood. You know, that is what Jesus had when he walked this earth. A position of absolute authority, power, and purpose. And yet, he recognized that the exact opposite of what it was how it needed to be lived out. He used all of his position, his authority, and his power from the position of servanthood. Today we're looking at Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 7. A righteous person knows the justice of the poor, or knows all of the law and the consequences of those that are lacking. A righteous person knows those things, but a wicked one does not understand these concerns. Jesus showed us an example of how to live. He knew what justice looked like for everyone. But he also recognized that the people that lived within the power and authority that they so desperately wanted to showcase had no concern for what it was for the people around them. We can be looking at the world and see the exact opposite and not realize that those exact opposites are exactly together. In a marriage relationship, for example, a husband is to love his wife and a wife is to honor or respect her husband. And we assume things about those words, but the reality is a husband that's loving his wife empowers her in so many ways. To be able to be all that God created her to be. He becomes her ability to do so much more. He trusts her in everything she has. Her thoughts, her decisions, her direction. He trusts her wholly. And if a mistake is made, he understands that it is his responsibility to then help fix or clear up all of that. Not fix it before it happens, but resolve it after. And not only that, but encourage her after that. And a wife loving her husband recognizes that in his life he may find that the stress of the world is too much, and find a way to take that burden off of him in a way where he doesn't have to feel less than. That's just one example. The reality is a righteous person, someone striving to live right, knows what all of the world needs and sees. And yet, It doesn't mean that the righteous person fixes it all. It just knows. And from a place of servanthood, uses that power and authority to move and help. Just like Jesus did. But a wicked person, a person who doesn't understand those concerns, is considered wicked. Too many times in my life, I have allowed myself to not understand those things and been a horrible husband because I wasn't loving my wife the way that would empower her. And I wanted to blame others. In that blame game, I didn't understand. Solomon says a righteous person knows these things. But you're wicked if you don't understand those concerns. I'm going to strive today to know and to take the opposites and make them work together like Jesus did. All power, all authority, all knowledge. Jesus had it all. And he didn't use it in that way. He used all of that from the position of servanthood. He made himself less so that you and I could become more. Something to think about today. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.